Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in modern American history, the United States of America state quarter-dollar Kisatchie, 2015. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary quarter you might find in your change. But believe me, there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors all over the world are talking about this coin, and just how valuable one rare version can be. Let's begin our journey with a little background. In 2015, the U.S. Mint released the Kisatchie National Forest Quarter as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Each coin in this series was designed to celebrate a different national park or site in the United States. The Kisatchie Quarter represents Louisiana, a state known for its wild beauty, bayous, and rich cultural history. The coin's design captures the heart of Louisiana's wilderness, showing a wild turkey in mid-flight, soaring above longleaf pines, a perfect symbol of freedom and nature's strength. Now, most Kisatchie quarters are common and can be found in circulation for just 25 cents. But what turns an ordinary coin into a collector's dream? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the fascinating world of minting errors. Some of the 2015 Kisatchie quarters were struck with unique and accidental imperfections, tiny mistakes made during the minting process that transformed them into rare treasures. These errors could include double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements in the design. For example, a few coins have been found where the details of the turkey's feathers appear doubled, giving the image a ghostly 3D effect. Others show faint or missing letters in the inscriptions, or a partial collar strike, which makes the rim appear uneven. Collectors go crazy for such anomalies because each one is essentially one of a kind. These coins are not supposed to exist, yet they do, and that's what makes them so thrilling to find. The hunt for error coins like this is what keeps many collectors hooked, always hoping that the next coin they flip over will reveal a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. But condition matters just as much as rarity. A Kisatchie quarter that has been in circulation for years, scratched or worn, might only fetch a few dollars. However, if you happen to find one that's uncirculated, still shining like the day it was minted, with sharp edges and no blemishes, it's a completely different story. Coins preserved in perfect condition are graded by professional services and given a rating, often labeled as MS, followed by a number. The higher the number, the better the quality. A flawless Kisatchie quarter with a rare error in a top grade could be worth a small fortune. What makes the Kisatchie design so beloved is its connection to America's natural beauty and its symbolism of freedom. The wild turkey, once nearly extinct, was brought back through conservation efforts, a story of resilience that mirrors the very spirit of the United States. Owning one of these coins is like holding a little piece of that story in your hand. Coin collectors often describe the thrill of discovering a rare Kisatchie quarter as a mix of excitement and disbelief. Imagine sorting through your change or an old coin jar and suddenly spotting one with an odd detail. You look closer under the light, notice the doubling or the strange strike, and realize you might have stumbled upon something incredibly special. That's the magic moment that every coin enthusiast dreams of. Next time you come across a 2015 Louisiana quarter, don't ignore it. Check both sides carefully, look for any unusual markings or doubling, and pay attention to the shine and strike quality. You never know, you might be holding one of the rarest modern quarters ever minted. And now, for the part you've been waiting for. If you happen to have one of these Kisatchie 2015 state quarters with the right kind of minting error and in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value could reach as high as $81,000. That's right, friends, $81,000 for a single quarter. So keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a little coin to change your fortune. Top 2, we're diving deep into one of the most elegant and surprising coins from the United States Mint, the 2002 Mississippi State Quarter Dollar. You might have seen this coin before, But after hearing what makes it so rare and valuable, you'll never look at a Mississippi quarter the same way again. So sit back, listen closely, and who knows? You might just realize you've been holding a small treasure in your collection all along. The Mississippi State Quarter was released in 2002 as part of the wildly popular 50 State Quarters program, which celebrated each of the 50 states with its own unique design. Mississippi's design stands out as one of the most beautiful in the entire series. It features the magnolia blossom, the state flower, gracefully displayed on both sides of a leafy branch, symbolizing the state's nickname, the Magnolia State. The detail on this coin is simply stunning. Delicate petals, curved leaves, and fine lettering that showcase the mint's artistry at its finest at first glance. This coin might seem like any other state quarter. Millions were struck and circulated across the country, and most of them are still worth just 25 cents. But as collectors know, not all coins are created equal. Some rare varieties and minting errors turn ordinary coins into extraordinary finds, and the Mississippi quarter is no exception. What exactly makes this 2002 Mississippi quarter so special? It comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and minting mistakes. Those tiny imperfections that can make a coin worth far more than its face value. During production, some coins were struck with mechanical misalignments, double dies, and even missing design elements. Imagine a magnolia bloom with doubled outlines or slightly off-center inscriptions, the result of a misaligned die strike at the mint. These unique defects make each coin one of a kind. There are also reports of coins struck on the wrong metal planchets, giving them unusual colors or lighter weights. A few rare pieces have been found with what collectors call mirror-like proof errors, where an ordinary circulation strike accidentally takes on the brilliant shine and precision of a proof coin. These minting quirks weren't meant to happen, but when they did, they created some of the most valuable Mississippi quarters known to exist. Condition, of course, plays a massive role in determining a coin's value. Most quarters you'll find in circulation are scratched, tarnished, or worn from years of use. But those that have been carefully preserved, stored in protective cases, or kept away from human touch, are graded as uncirculated or mint state. The closer a coin is to perfect condition, the more collectors are willing to pay. A Mississippi quarter with a rare error, combined with a high mint state grade, can easily climb into the thousands. But beyond the numbers, this coin carries a deeper meaning for collectors. The magnolia blossom on the Mississippi quarter isn't just a symbol of beauty. It represents the state's strength and resilience. The design captures a timeless elegance that reminds us how art and history come together in the smallest of forms. For coin enthusiasts, owning such a piece is like holding a fragment of American heritage, a reflection of craftsmanship, history, and the occasional touch of luck that makes collecting so thrilling. Coin collecting is often described as part history, part detective work, and part treasure hunt. Every time a collector examines a coin under a magnifying glass, there's a rush of curiosity. Could this be one of those rare pieces worth a fortune? The Mississippi 2002 quarter has sparked that same excitement for years. Some people have found them in old coin rolls or tucked away in jars, never realizing their hidden value until they took a closer look. So, if you ever come across a 2002 Mississippi State quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for doubling on the words E pluribus unum. Check the alignment of the design and pay attention to its shine and edges. A small imperfection might just be the clue that turns your pocket change into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The next time you go through your spare change, remember that every coin has a story. Some tell tales of history, others whisper secrets of the minting process gone wrong, and a few might just hold the key to a collector's dream. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. The most exceptional examples of the United States of America Mississippi State quarter dollar from 2002, featuring rare minting errors and found in pristine, uncirculated condition, have been valued at an incredible $78,000. Yes, you heard that right. $78,000 for a single quarter. So keep hunting, keep collecting, and never underestimate the hidden value of the coins jingling in your pocket. Top 3, we're heading west, straight into the heart of the desert, to explore one of the most captivating and mysterious coins in modern American numismatics, the 2006 United States of America State quarter dollar from Nevada. You may have seen this quarter countless times in your change, but few people realize that some versions of this coin can be worth an astonishing amount of money. So sit tight, listen closely, and by the end of this video, you might just look at your pocket change in a completely new way. The Nevada State Quarter was released in early 2006 as part of the celebrated 50 State Quarters program, which honored each U.S. state with its own design. Nevada's coin beautifully captures the wild and untamed spirit of the state, known for its rugged landscapes and rich history. The design features 3 galloping wild horses racing across the open desert, with snow-capped mountains rising in the distance. Above them, the state motto proudly reads, "The Silver State," surrounded by clusters of sagebrush, Nevada's official state flower. It's one of the most dynamic and detailed designs in the entire series, symbolizing freedom, endurance, and the legacy of the American West. Most Nevada quarters were produced in large numbers and spent years circulating through the hands of millions. For the average coin, the value remains just 25 cents. But in the world of coin collecting, there's always more than meets the eye. Some special coins, struck with rare errors or preserved in flawless condition, have become legendary among collectors. And the Nevada quarter is one of those hidden treasures. What makes certain 2006 Nevada quarters so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, minting mistakes, and condition. During the production process, a few batches of coins experienced striking anomalies that set them apart from the rest. Some were struck with doubled dies, which means that parts of the design, like the lettering or the horses, appear faintly doubled, giving the coin an unusual three-dimensional effect. Others were produced slightly off-center, causing parts of the rim to appear thicker on one side and thinner on the other. Collectors have also reported coins with die cracks, tiny raised lines running across the surface where the minting die itself fractured under pressure. These cracks often appear near the horses or around the edges, and while they're mistakes, they make each coin totally unique. There are even examples where the details of the desert landscape or the mountain background appear faint or partially missing, caused by worn dies that didn't press the design evenly. These rare imperfections transform what should be an ordinary piece of currency into a valuable collectible, but rarity alone isn't enough. The condition of the coin can dramatically influence its worth. Coins that have circulated in pockets and purses for years lose their shine and develop scratches, reducing their value. The truly valuable Nevada quarters are the ones that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition since 2006, untouched, perfectly struck, and gleaming as if they just left the mint. Professional grading companies evaluate these coins on a scale from 1 to 70, and those that receive grades near the top, especially with visible errors, are the ones that make collectors' hearts race. What makes the Nevada State Quarter even more fascinating is its symbolic beauty. The wild horses represent freedom and the unyielding spirit of the frontier, a reminder of America's past when vast open spaces stretched as far as the eye could see. The mountains and sagebrush frame the scene with calm strength, capturing the essence of Nevada's rugged charm. Owning this coin isn't just about value. It's about holding a miniature work of art, a tiny tribute to the strength and resilience of the American West. For many collectors, the thrill isn't just in owning such a coin, but in finding one unexpectedly. Imagine sifting through a handful of change and spotting a Nevada quarter that looks just a little different. It strikes sharper, it shines brighter, or a faint doubling on the lettering. That moment of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every time you check your change, you have a chance to uncover something rare, something extraordinary, something that could change the way you think about everyday money. The Nevada 2006 quarter is a perfect example of how a small difference can make a massive impact. The tiniest error, barely noticeable to the casual eye, can mean the difference between a regular coin and one that belongs in a collector's showcase. If you happen to come across a Nevada State quarter, take a closer look. Examine the details on the horses, the text, and the mountains. Hold it under the light and look for any signs of doubling, cracks, or unusual shine. That simple moment of curiosity could lead to an incredible discovery. And now, the part you've been waiting for. The most exceptional examples of the 2006 Nevada State quarter dollar. Those with rare minting errors, perfect uncirculated condition, and flawless preservation. have been valued by collectors at an amazing $76,000. Yes, you heard that right. $76,000 for a single quarter. So keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the treasures hiding right in your own pocket. Top 4. We're stepping back to the year 2000, when the United States Mint released one of the most striking and historically rich coins of the entire state quarters program, the Massachusetts State Quarter Dollar. At first glance, it looks like a simple 25-cent piece, but don't be fooled. Some of these coins hide secrets that make them incredibly rare and valuable. So get comfortable, because this story of history, design, and discovery might just make you check your change drawer tonight. The Massachusetts State Quarter was the first one released in the new millennium, debuting in January 2000 as part of the ambitious 50 State Quarters program. This coin celebrated the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, a state known for its revolutionary spirit and deep roots in American history. The design captures that perfectly. It features the famous Minuteman statue, standing proud and strong, symbolizing the courage of the citizen soldiers who fought for America's independence. Behind the Minuteman is an outline of the state itself, a simple yet powerful reminder that Massachusetts was the birthplace of liberty. Above the design, the coin proudly reads the Bay State, the state's long-standing nickname. Most Massachusetts quarters are quite common, found in circulation across the country, still worth only 25 cents. But a small number of these coins are far from ordinary. Hidden among the millions produced are rare varieties, minting errors, and collector-grade pieces that have turned this historic quarter into one of the most sought-after finds in the entire series. So what makes some of these 2000 Massachusetts quarters so special? The answer lies in the details, tiny differences that most people overlook. Some coins were struck using dies that became slightly misaligned during the minting process, resulting in designs that appear shifted or off-center. Others were struck more than once, creating what collectors call a double die error, where parts of the image, like the Minuteman's rifle, face, or lettering, appear faintly doubled. These subtle but visible errors make each coin one of a kind, transforming an everyday quarter into a collector's treasure. There have also been reports of Massachusetts quarters struck on the wrong metal planchets, meaning they were accidentally made on blanks intended for other coins, giving them unusual weight, thickness, or color. Some even show missing details or smooth edges caused by weak strikes or worn dies. To the untrained eye, these might look like simple imperfections, but to a coin expert, they're rare manufacturing quirks that drastically increase the coin's value. Condition is another crucial factor. Coins that have circulated in pockets and purses for years tend to lose their shine and sharpness, but those that remain untouched since the year 2000, bright, crisp, and perfectly preserved, are considered uncirculated or mint state. Collectors and grading services use a scale to rate their quality, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Combine a top-grade condition with a unique minting error, and you've got the kind of coin that turns heads in the numismatic world. What makes the Massachusetts quarter especially captivating is its symbolism. The Minuteman doesn't just represent the state. He represents the American spirit of independence and courage. Every line of the engraving tells a story. The determination in his stance, the musket held ready, the silhouette of Massachusetts behind him. It's a piece of history frozen in metal, a reminder of the moments that shaped the nation. For collectors, the thrill of finding a rare Massachusetts quarter is unmatched. Imagine opening a coin roll or glancing through your spare change and spotting one that looks just a little different. The shine is brighter, the design is slightly off, or a detail seems doubled. That small observation could mean you're holding a coin worth far more than anyone would expect. Every collector dreams of that moment, the rush of realizing that something ordinary might just be extraordinary. The Massachusetts State Quarter from 2000 has become one of those coins that keeps collectors searching. The beauty of this hobby is that treasures like these often hide in plain sight. You don't need to dig for gold or hunt for ancient artifacts. Sometimes the most valuable discoveries are right there in your wallet. So next time you come across a Massachusetts quarter, take a closer look. Examine the edges, study the design, and pay attention to the tiniest details. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, unusual luster, or any signs of minting anomalies. It could be the difference between a regular quarter and one that belongs in a collector's showcase. And now, the part you've been waiting for, the value reveal. The most exceptional examples of the 2000 Massachusetts state quarter dollar, featuring rare minting errors and preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, have been valued at an incredible $73,000. That's right, $73,000 for a single quarter. So keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and never underestimate the stories that even the smallest coins can tell. Top 5. We're heading to the Pacific Northwest to uncover the hidden story of one of the most breathtaking and collectible coins from the United States Mint, the 2005 Oregon State quarter dollar. Now, at first glance, this might look like just another state quarter, but don't let its ordinary appearance fool you. Some versions of this coin are so rare and valuable that they've become the stuff of legend among collectors. So stay tuned, listen closely, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes the Oregon quarter such a treasure worth searching for. Released in 2005 as part of the popular 50 State Quarters program, the Oregon State Quarter celebrates one of America's most iconic natural landmarks, Crater Lake. The design shows a stunning view of the deep blue volcanic lake surrounded by majestic cliffs, with Wizard Island rising in the center. Towering pine trees frame the edges of the scene, while the words Crater Lake are proudly engraved below. It's a design that captures Oregon's wild beauty and sense of adventure, and for many collectors, it remains one of the most visually striking quarters in the entire series. When these coins were first released, millions were struck and sent into circulation. Most people spent them without a second thought, but sharp-eyed collectors soon discovered something special. A small number of these Oregon quarters had mysterious differences, tiny minting errors that made them extremely rare. Over time, those mistakes transformed a few ordinary 25-cent pieces into coins worth thousands of dollars. What kinds of errors are we talking about? Some Oregon quarters were struck with double dies, which means certain details on the coin appeared doubled. Letters might look thicker, or outlines of the mountains and trees might have a faint shadow-like duplication. Others were struck off-center, where part of the design seems to slide toward one edge, leaving a crescent of blank space. These off-center strikes are instantly noticeable and highly prized because each one is completely unique. There are also reports of Oregon quarters struck on the wrong metal planchets, blanks that were meant for other coins, like nickels or foreign currency. These errors cause differences in color, thickness, or weight, making them immediately stand out to anyone who knows what to look for. Some coins even show missing parts of the design, weak strikes, or small cracks in the metal known as die breaks. These might seem like imperfections, but in the world of coin collecting, they're golden opportunities. But minting errors aren't the only thing that adds value. Condition plays a massive role too. Coins that have been used in daily circulation often get scratched, dulled, or worn down. However, a 2005 Oregon quarter that's been carefully preserved in mint state, shiny, detailed, and untouched since it was struck, can be worth many times its face value. Collectors and grading services assign these coins numerical grades, and those rated near perfection are the true gems of any collection. Combine a high-grade condition with a rare mint error, and you're looking at a coin that can make any collector's heart skip a beat. Beyond its rarity and value, the Oregon quarter holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors because of what it represents. Crater Lake is a symbol of natural wonder and ancient history. A caldera formed from a massive volcanic eruption thousands of years ago, now filled with some of the clearest, purest water on Earth. The coin captures that magic perfectly, turning a piece of currency into a work of art that tells a story of nature's power and timeless beauty. For coin lovers, the thrill of finding one of these rare quarters never fades. Imagine sorting through a pile of spare change and suddenly noticing something different, a coin that looks just a bit sharper, with thicker lettering or an unusual gleam. That's when curiosity takes over, and before you know it, you're examining it under the light, realizing you might be holding something truly special. That excitement is what keeps collectors searching, always hoping for that one incredible find hiding in plain sight. So, what should you look for if you come across an Oregon quarter? Start with the obvious. Check for doubling in the words Crater Lake, Oregon, or United States of America. Look for signs of an off-center strike, extra thickness in the design, or any unusual texture. If your coin has a smooth or uneven edge, that could indicate an error too. And if the coin looks uncommonly bright, sharp, and flawless, it might be an uncirculated piece. Exactly the kind collectors crave. The Oregon State Quarter reminds us that even something as small as a coin can carry incredible history, beauty, and value. Every time you look at your spare change, you have the chance to uncover a hidden story and maybe even a hidden fortune. And now comes the part you've all been waiting for, the value reveal. The most extraordinary examples of the 2005 Oregon State Quarter Dollar, featuring rare minting errors and found in perfect uncirculated condition, have been valued at an astounding $70,000. Yes, you heard that right. $70,000 for a single quarter. So keep searching, keep collecting, and never stop believing that the next coin you find could be your lucky discovery. If you enjoyed this video and loved discovering the hidden stories and values behind rare coins, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next treasure hunt. Every week, we uncover more incredible coins, shocking values, and fascinating pieces of history that might be hiding right in your pocket. Join our growing community of collectors, coin lovers, and treasure seekers, and let's keep the passion for coin collecting alive together. So hit that subscribe button now, and let's find the next rare gem side by side.